Hi everyone, my name is Dian Hu. I'm here at GW. My advisor is Dr. Brian Hufsky, and this is my second time here to presenting in SBP-BRiMS Data Challenge project. And this time we're trying to assess what makes a rumor popular. And this is a case study of cryptocurrency, and we want to, answer several questions. For example, is the upvotes of Reddit comment related to content? And unlike many other groups' research, we want to assess what's the special about the internal structure of certain tweet and the Reddit comment that makes the message popular than the others. And within this project, we want to understand are people more enthusiastic to retweet and upvote a message with certain topics, and also are the semantic features such as readability, comprehensibility, or causal structures related to the popularity of that message. There are certain theories that's available from prior studies showing that, for example, fuzzy trait theory predicts that a message with causal explanation or otherwise mysterious event would be more popular on the internet. And the other theory, the landscape model, also predicts that a message with a causal coherence hierarchy are more likely to be shared and understood on the internet. And those two theories, although has been available, is not tested thoroughly on the social media environment. Therefore, those two hinted us to do a more rigorous study in the future to assess whether that's true or not. And in this challenge project, we explored three data sets. For example, the first one we did in the first data set, we collect 100,000 Reddit message and featuring cryptocurrency. And the second data set is the public data from Kaggle, also featuring the same keywords of cryptocurrency. And third data set is something we collect by ourselves, featuring different conspiracies online. And among those three data sets, we want to assess: is there something that's other than the number of followers, number of the size of the community? What are the other linguistic features within each message that makes those rumors popular? And our main method is to do two regression analysis. The first one is logistic regression between the number of upvotes that are larger than 0 and those are 0. And we did a logistic regression to differentiate those with 0 upvotes or 0 retweet with those with 1 upvotes and more than 1 upvotes and more than 1 retweet. And the other one is simply a multiple regression to assess the correlation between each independent variables and the dependent variables in our study. In terms of independent variables, in part 1, we have 3 sets of independent variables. The first part is the linguistic feature from LDA topic model, where we simply record the proportional topic weight of each topic, and we transform topic weight with logic functions, and therefore we have 50 features from this part. And the second part is we use the 19 features with linguistic importance based on other literatures, and after we collect those 19 features, for example, their readability, their comprehensibility, and their readability, and the length of the message, and how many words are there, how many sentences are there. After 19 of those features are calculated, we use a PCA analysis to decompose them into 3 components. And based on our understanding of the PCA analysis, we conclude that the first component is related to the message length. The second component is the readability, and more related to readability and comprehensibility, and the third component corresponding to the verbatim features. This is our part 2 independent variables. And the part 3 independent variables are the interaction terms between the PCA features and the part 1 features that I mentioned earlier. And the third one and the last is whether the message contains, a hyperlink, or does it contain at least one digit number or at least one hyperlink. Those are the three parts of the independent variables that we try to understand in this study. And the dependent variable is those, as I said, is whether the message has been upvoted at once. We encode that into a binary variable as 0 or 1, and we also use in multiple linear regression. We use the number of upvotes and number of retweets, but instead of using the raw number, we use the we use the log of the number simply because we want to get the multiple regression part correctly. And for the final result, we have found something very interesting, but I cannot go into the details in such a short video, and we have to, and in terms of, you're welcome to read our short paper and read our poster. But what we found is that Reddit community is more enthusiastic towards certain topic and expressions related to Bitcoin. For example, Bitcoin development, Bitcoin tax are kind popular, and also if a message contains a very strong motion, trash talk one cryptocurrency, or praise another Bitcoin currency, it's more likely to be upvoted inside Reddit community. And we also found very interesting findings that the Bitcoin related message, if combined with a high comprehensibility, have a higher likelihood to be shared. We also found several conspiracies are popular on Reddit, but for those conspiracies include flat Earth conspiracies, laser man conspiracies, and certainly and also certain conspiracy theory involving the political figures. And basically, that's the finding we had. But we can go into the details in the poster session and in the short paper that we write. And but nevertheless, a data challenge is not a quasi-experiment, and we do not conclude a conclusion at this moment. We use the data challenge opportunity to assess and explore certain data we want to explore in the future, and we find something interesting. But in terms of academic theory, it's a gap away from the theory that we want to attest. Therefore, this project, we do not conclude any academic conclusion, but we are here simply to seek the feedback from the community and looking for the suggestions and the help for our future work. Thank you.